2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Genesis Invitational. Today's coverage is just about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group today.
Hi Luke, great to be here. As this event kicks off, our featured group consists of two players who appear to have entered into quite the rivalry.
So it looks like they're trying to beat Collin Morikawa this week. That's ambitious. Seems like a friendly duel from the outside, but could create some extra sparks today.
I almost just have to laugh. Someone saying they're going to beat Collin Morikawa. Does that even happen these days? He's one of the most consistent players on tour. I don't know that he's beatable.
Well, it's been accused of having a balky putter occasionally, but you're right. Iron player as good as Tiger Woods in his prime. The short game's irresistible, but I think the most impressive thing about young Collin is his mindset. He's got a 40-year-old mind on a 20-year-old body. No wonder he's winning at a decent rate of knots.
Just hammered that through the line. Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it. Well, that's a lovely way to get going. They've already started this event under par.
I've never been disappointed by starting off my round with a birdie, Luke, I can tell you that.
We know that Riviera starts with a 5-4, but it may as well be a 4-5 because the par 4 second is tougher than the par 5 first.
I've never seen a golf course where you're so happy to start off birdie bogey. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. The second hole, pretty straight away off the tee shot. The second shot moves a little bit from left to right, back up the hill. There is some space on the right-hand side to miss your second shot up by the green, but there's no guarantees that it'll kick hard enough right to left to get back on the green. It's a sensational second hole.
Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie. Ooh. And just about 8 feet left to the hole. It's got a chance. Oh, wonderful effort. Confirms the par.
Now over to Collin Morikawa.
Birdied their last hole.
And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands. Currently 1 under for the day. Pacific Palisades in California, the site of Riviera, the third hole, par 4, elevated tee shot.
And a fairly generous fairway, a little bit more room out to the left than what players can see off the tee shot. Second shot is going to be downhill to a green that basically chases away from the player, going from the front portion of it all the way to the back. Difficult to get your second shot close here.
Few players in the history of the game have had a bigger impact so early in their career than Collin Morikawa, Rich. Some comparisons go as close to Tiger Woods.
As they should be currently right now with what he has done in the game so far in his young career. He's come out each and every week and put pressure on every single player because of his ball striking and because they know that there's no weaknesses in his game other than sometimes the putter, but when you hit it as good as he does, you're bound to make a putt now and again. And each and every week when he shows up, players on the driving range are looking at him going, okay, he's here. I got to have my A game.
Certainly feels like sky's the limit for Collin Morikawa.
2 major championships under his belt right now, surely more in his future.
Time now for the 4th shot. So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. So many wonderful holes at the George Thomas designed Riviera Country Club. This par 3 4th has to be one of them.
This is a spectacular par 3. Ideally, players want to hit a tee shot that moves significantly from right to left and moving with the contour of the green. If they can do that, then they've got an opportunity to hit it really close. If they challenge the pin off the tee shot, well, it could come up short in that bunker, and that is a massive no-no.
Oh, a 9-foot chance here.
Looking for another birdie here. Yep, tracking nicely.
The putt drops, and that's back-to-back birdies.
2 in a row there, Luke, getting their groove on.
Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. Rich, the PGA Tour is basically a power game these days, although the fifth here at Riviera forces players just to hold off the tee.
The fairway does run out about 310 yards off the tee, and players not necessarily going to hit driver here. They have to be mindful that the fairway pitches significantly from right to left on their tee shot. From there, they're hitting their second shots downhill again to a green that chases away from them front to back. Again, a simple looking second shot, but a difficult one to get close.
Just a little off with the accuracy there, unable to find the green.
Well, definitely the wind had to have gotten a hold of that one.
And back to the play, shall we?
This one is chewing fiber.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
Oh, I thought that one was going in. Let's see if you can make this and keep the par on the card.
Oh, that's a fantastic attempt, especially from that distance, but it didn't quite drop.
The sixth hole at Riviera is one of the most famous par threes on the West Coast, Rich. An absolute beauty.
It looks like a giant green donut with the bunker right in the center of the green, doesn't it? I love this hole.
That was a bit of a miscue.
Shocking. A missed green in regulation.
Close to the surface here, and the green side rough. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice?
A par putt on the table.
Okay, steady now. And this next putt, it's for bogey. That's pretty tidy. The putt goes in, and that's back-to-back bogeys.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Now playing a little defensively.
Trailing by a couple of strokes now. Let's head to the par 4 7th at the Riv. Again, it's a par 4 that requires placement of the tee.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side comes in quicker than you can imagine, and so players want to try and hit it out towards the far right part of it, but again, you push it a little bit, and now the barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front. Players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
And here we are with the third shot.
Just 2 shots behind.
And here we are with their fourth. Just a couple back from our leader. How close was that to going down?
And he's down there. You got a read?
Yeah, they've left it in the perfect spot here, just below the hole. They can be aggressive up the hill.
Well, that'll avoid a number of drop shots. Well hold.
Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
He's currently tied for 10th. The par 4 8th at Riviera is a choose-your-own-adventure. Which fairway do you like to take?
I think most players are going to try and go down the left-hand side, as it seems to be the easier of the two these days. However, where they stick that flag stick, well, that's a different question. If they stick it up front right, the left-hand side of the fairway, that's not the easiest approach. So better be mindful of where that flag stick is in order to pick which side of the fairway you want to drive it down.
And inside the red zone, around 110 yards to go.
downwind on this shot.
Opting for the 9-iron.
Oh, I like that strike. This one's heading well towards the green. Well, that's well played into birdie range here at the 8th. And this putt to move into a tie for 3rd. Just didn't drop. This putt was about 8 feet.
Right over the spot they were looking at.
That's a disappointing par in the end after such a terrific shot in.
Couldn't convert after 2 good shots there. Disappointment as they're so close to the lead.
The final hole on the outward half is a par 4 playing back up towards the clubhouse, Rich. It's a good par 4.
Only the big hitters are going to be able to carry that fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Most players are going to try and avoid it and even miss it the fairway out to the right-hand side, which is not a bad miss. From there, the second shot is directly uphill. Deep, deep bunkers on the front right part of this. That is not the place to miss it. Anything that's a little bit long will leave you a downhill putt, but that's the safe play.
This putt to move into the top 5 on the leaderboard. Oh, so close. Just 3 feet to go to the hole. Don't miss this. They can be costly.
This is what they have left for par here.
This is the transition point of the round, making the turn, heading for home. How do you rate this player's performance so far?
2 strokes off the lead with 9 to go, Luke. They're going to need to put something special together.
Atta boy, good shot. Even for the day. Currently tied for 8th place. That's nicely done. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 10 feet from the cup. This putt to tie Colin Morikawa.
Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. Well, that's a lovely way to make a move into the top 5. Now over to Colin Morikawa.
He's sitting there just in 3rd place.
And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. Some lovely momentum for this player, moving up the leaderboard.
Managing to chase down the leaders, closing that gap. Gotta like it.
Oh, seems to have got a big piece of that one. Striped. At 1 under the card. Currently tied for 3rd. This one looks to be slightly offline here. Getting ready to play their 3rd. Just 1 stroke off the lead. A chance now from the bunker for an up and down. That's on the green, but still a fair way away from the flag. And this putt to move into a tie for 2nd. Was on a good line. Putting for a bogey.
Yep, tracking well.
And down she goes. And unfortunately dropping back to even par there.
When you stand on the 12th tee, Rich, you're thinking to yourself, oh, a couple of strong back-to-back par fours, and it starts right here.
This is where the golf course gets extremely difficult, Luke. This tee shot moves from left to right, but massive overhanging eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side prevents you from hitting a high draw over them. Once you're in the fairway, though, your second shot is to a green that's really not as big as it should be for such a long hole. And there's a famous tree just short and left of this green, Bogey's tree. Not because of the score, because Humphrey Bogart used to sit there and just watch everybody butcher this hole.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. Well, a lovely opportunity to save par here. Well, that hole's behind us. More to play.
Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
So, no movement on the leaderboard there, remaining at even overall. Rich, the 13th hole, slightly different look off the tee.